It's time for Inside the Patch with your Las Vegas Raiders. Here's Gnarley Charley.
1430 ESPN. It's Inside the Patch with me, Gnarley Charley. And one of my favorite, even though I'm a Raider fan, it's fun to have the Raider hater on. Raider hater is in the house.
Oh,
I noticed you
I am.
Bulldogs. I like that.
Thank you, Gnarly. Appreciate that. Just got back. My good friend Ron Scott got elected to the Fresno Athletic Hall of Fame. It's a pretty cool deal down at the Save Center. Very interactive. I was pretty impressed with the situation. And, it was nice. It was the Save Center. But I'm very excited about the season. It's the same old thing. The Dogs let me down on Saturday, and I get relived and rejoy and full of life again on Sunday. 0-2. It's funny, too, Gnarly. I'm a little disappointed because I bet the under 8.5 games for the Raiders to win, and I went to Vegas. They wouldn't cash my ticket yet. They have to wait till the season's over.
Are you
so
serious?
I had the under 8.5 wins, and I tried to get my ticket cashed. And they go, you have to wait, sir. I go, what? Did you see their schedule? It's not looking good. I mean, they got the Colts. They might get one. Seattle. It's not looking good for them, And I feel bad. But I got to give them props, though, because all the guys that you want to score that are getting points for your fantasy team are getting them. Carr and Avante and Waller are pretty much the main guys. So that's good for them. But it's kind of got to be easier next week. The Titans, it's going to be hard. 2 0-2 teams. It's going to be tough. 0-2s. Battle of the 0-2s.
The 0-2 bowl going
the
on.
The 0-2 bowl.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
A little history on you is that you were a Raider fan growing up. And
I was. Big
when
time.
they left the Bay, they left your heart.
I was 11. I was born in 69. So when I was 7, 8, 9, all the years where you fall in love, I was my team. I told you, I went there all the time. My dad took me back when, it was cheap and there was funny things going on up in the stands and whatever. But I loved it. Loved every second of it. And then they ripped my heart out. I'll tell you again, March 1st, 1980, it's in my brain. It's that's when they left. The big Darth Vader, Al Davis, took them away from me. And I knew they're never going to come back. And they did. And I was still bitter because I knew they were going to leave again because that's just how they work. And that's why I'm a huge Dog fan, because Dogs never leave. What's Fresno State going to be? Stanislaus State? No, they're always going to be Fresno State. They're not going anywhere. They're going to break my heart, even though they have the last 2 weeks.
Well,
but
hey, I'll be honest with you. The reason I had you come on this year is I thought the Raiders were going to have this great year. I was going to slowly bring you back. And so far, I have driven you farther away.
Oh, farther away. I love it. Well, but you know what? It's heartbreaking though sometimes because I feel bad. Actually, not really, because I have a party every year when they don't make the playoffs. So I had a party for like 24 years in a row, which was nice, and so that was cool. But so this year, I've got buy the chips early. Put it that way, Gnarly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raider hater is in the house.
Raider hater.
Now listen. Sir. So I'm going to just take a shot and guess.
All right.
Favorite football team next week is who?
They're going to be called. I'm wearing the cowboy hat for a reason. The Tennessee Titans, formerly known as the Houston Oilers. As known as the country of the South, baby. So, for sure. Derrick Henry, I think he'll go about 250, maybe 3 touchdowns.
I heard Earl Campbell might be back too.
He might be back too, as long as, we'll see he gets the hands on the balls, on the football, and hopefully they don't have a turnover. But that was, as a Raider hater, it wasn't like I was doing handstands. So I felt bad, actually, because they had that game in hand, and, it was just, it's just football. Yeah. It's just football. It's depressed because I know your fans out there too. Their week it's ruined.
You got it
until next Sunday. It's like there's suicide, there's depression. It's not good.
Well, another famous Tennessee Titan is Lorenzo Neal.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, he's famous. Lorenzo Neal's famous on about 12 teams. Yeah, he's the man.
He was part of the Music City Miracle.
I know he was. He was one. I think he was the guy who even passed it. Even.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's the guy who did the pass. Well, guess what's going to happen? You know what? The Raiders are so bad; they're not going to need a miracle this week. They're going to be just fine. They'll be fine. They'll give the ball to Henry, give it back to Henry, and then as long as you put 5 guys on Devontae, I think you're okay. I mean, I'd leave Renfrew open. Butterfingers.
Yeah.
I'd leave him open and see what he can do. But we'll see what happens.
Somebody asked me why I have you on. I said, well, it's like it's like Republic, Democrat. You got to get the other side. You got to hear the other
You
side.
do. You got to get both sides of the opinion. And I feel your misery, because, being a long dog fan, it goes ups and downs, basketball, football, whatever. So I do feel the pain, but it's just a little more special for me to see them lose and just to see, my soul kind of slowly growing back. And I could maybe see myself, I don't know if I could, I'm not a fair weather fan, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I'm hoping next week I can say, see, they're not so bad, but I haven't been able to say that to you yet. So
yeah, but I probably won't take a call next week if they win.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
All right.
I'll be around.
Raider hater on.
I'm in the house.
Thanks, bro.
All right, Gnarly. We'll see you next week, my friend. Have a good one.
We'll be back with more Inside the Patch on 1430 ESPN, your official home of the Las Vegas Raiders.